Yeah, Lobo fits right in. I like this little guy. Hey, what's up, peeps? It's your friendly neighborhood YouTuber, guys, and guess what? We are back at it again with another double review. That's right, we got a double review for you guys. And we have a Funko Pop right here, another Funko Pop review. It's probably like the third or fourth Funko Pop review I think I've done on my channel. And we also have the very, very first issue of Lobo, stemming all the way back from, I think, 1994 it was released. And look at that. First issue, only 99 cents, guys. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to, of course, break this review up into two. The first thing we're going to review is the comic book. So it's up to you guys if you want to sit through and watch the comic book review. It will be interesting. Can't speak. Interesting and entertaining. And then after I get finished with the comic book review, we're going to do a review of this Funko Pop. So I figure I'd mix it up, guys. So if you haven't seen one or the other, or if you haven't seen both, I'm going to do a double review. Okay, so we're going to put the Funko Pop off to the side for a moment. You can see it's battered up. This is how it came. I don't know why. I'm not a box collector. If I was, I'd be disappointed. But he's going to be out the box anyways. So it looks like Lobo had a hold of his Pop figure. Now, for those who are not interested, like I said, not interested in the comic book review, I'm gonna, you can always fast forward to the video and watch the Pop review. But I guarantee this is going to be entertaining. Now, for those who don't know anything about Lobo, he actually made his first appearance in, I believe, Omega Men back in 1983. And he actually started off as a villain. And I guess out of joke, out of spite, the creator, I can't remember, was it Alan Grant or Keith Griffin? One of these gentlemen is the creator of Lobo. And kind of as a joke, they kind of made him into like an anti-superhero, because back in the 90s, you had a lot of anti-superheroes like Wolverine, Cable, and Batman. A lot of popular, heroes going into a darker direction. And this was kind of a joke comic book, and it kind of caught on. And a lot of people really loved the take on Lobo and really, really liked this character. And believe it or not, the late Stan Lee, this was one of his favorite DC comic book characters. Yeah, Google that. You can actually find that on the internet. So the story of Lobo, it kind of picks up where the story left off in like 1983. I think Lobo is responsible for killing his entire race. He's a kind of a bounty hunter, kind of immortal sleazeball, biker, whatever you want to call him. And so he's chilling with his dolphins buddies right there. Here's the last. He's known as a Zanarian. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, I apologize. But he's the last of them. Portrait of a Psychopath. There we go. That pretty much describes Lobo. And here is the script. Alan Grant, colorist. The colorist, Lovern Kinaliski. I can't pronounce his name. Art Young as editor, and Simon Bisley as artist. Those three guys made this comic book pop, man. And look at the detail. It's from 1994, man. Just look how this cover, the very first issue of Lobo, look how it pops, man. And you guys are going to see some of the artwork in here. And of course, if you guys are familiar with my comic book reviews, I'm not going to read the entire story. That's really up to you guys. If you want to purchase this comic book, I'm just going to give you some details of the story and let you look at some of the images. So if you guys like it, you can guys go out and purchase the comic book itself. So essentially what Lobo is, like I said, he is a bounty hunter. He gets a call, I guess, from whoever I guess he's a independent contractor. And he gets his call to go get this lady, kidnap this lady. There's no kill involved, and he's not happy about it, so he jumps on his space cycle. Kind of looks like Ghost Rider 2000. And what was Ghost Rider? Ghost Rider 2019 or 2020? I can't remember. But very similar to Ghost Rider's vehicle, which is odd. And the artwork in it, man, it just pops. It comes off the paper is really, really, really awesome, and he's cruising in the universe. How is he surviving? Well, he's an immortal. He can survive in space, and I guess he doesn't die when he's cruising in space on his vehicle. So he's trying to find this lady to bring back, not to kidnap, to bring back to this individual. They want her alive. Of course, this is one of 4, so this is a 4-part story. So he comes upon, oh, look at that, Mark for Death. Steven Seagal, now you guys know how old this movie is. October 5th, I believe this is, 1994? It came out in 94, 93 or 94. Yeah, awesome movie, by the way. If you guys have never seen Mark for Death, awesome freaking movie. If you guys are Steven Seagal fans, then you probably have already seen it. If not, I definitely recommend it. And then, yeah, he's harassing and beating up these individuals. Trying to find this person, and just look at the artwork in it, man. Look how this guy, he just comes off the page. He just pops right off the page. The artwork in it is just stupendous, man. And it's kind of a messy artwork, but the paint, the colors, and the details, it just pops off, man. It pops off the page like it's like real life. And here is Lobo. I think there's Lobo in here with the Justice League. I don't know if he is or not. He definitely becomes part of the Justice League. And he also becomes part of the Suicide Squad as well. But look at the art, man, of Lobo. This is from 1994, man. Look how beautiful this artwork still is. Isn't that amazing? So he comes across this lady who's another Zanarian, who is him, that's his race, what he is. I'm trying to explain this the best to my ability. And he's surprised that there's another one of his people left, and comes out to be his his 4th grade teacher, Miss Tribb. So that's his 4th grade teacher that he's going to get or kidnap, pick up, and bring back. And then he's complaining, "You bastard, you manipulated me, Toad. You manipulating Toad, you knew. I'm fine, thanks, and you?" He's pissed about having to find his teacher because I don't think he liked his race. That's why he killed off his entire race. But yeah, he found his 4th grade teacher who is still alive, and now he has to bring her back. So I'm just kind of giving you a gist of the story. There's a lot more going on, but I don't want to spend all day on this review. Like I said, I still have a pop to review as well. There's Lobo on his motorcycle with his 4th grade teacher in the back. And there is, do you even put a sock in it? She keeps talking, tisk tisk. Don't use that tone of voice with me, young man. Slaps him upside the head. Lobo's pissed, so they stop off at Scarf and Barf truck stop in Spaceland 66. That's pretty cool, man. And yeah, they're kind of like at a diner, kind of like, Star Wars, when they go into the diner. What is it, Los Islas? I don't know if I'm even pronouncing it right. Gotta catch the old porcelain express. And then he gets into a confrontation with Elvis, with a guy who looks like Elvis, but his name is Elvis. I don't think it's the real life Elvis. And actually, his teacher gets into a confrontation with this guy. And then Lobo's in the bathroom pissed. This is going to be a long day, crash. What the frag? Oh, no. And then Lobo sees this guy and a bunch of thugs messing around with his teacher, and guess what happens? Party's over, Elvis. Go, peck! And then Lobo beats the hell out of him, beats the crap out of him. Don't think I ain't grateful. There's Lobo punching him in the face. One thing I've always loved about Lobo comics is the detail they put into the smashing of faces and the crushing of skulls. Whack! I mean, sympathize. I know what the old hag is like. Such behavior, tisk tisk. Even and his teacher is not approving of what's going on. Even though he's sticking up for his teacher, he's not liking what's going on. And then we'll flick over to hopefully the last page. And then they go cruising off into outer space. And his teacher is, that's your trouble, always thinking with your fists. You completely destroyed the poor man's dinner or diner. Why can't you be a good boy, get a haircut, a proper job, find a nice girl, settle down, blah, blah. Continues, and he's screaming as it cuts to the universe and the stars. Ah, next issue, body counts and conjugation. I don't think I'm pronouncing that word correctly. But I try to explain this comic book the best way I can in a matter of under 11 minutes, guys. So, and look at that, links. Remember that, guys? Links. Wow. Wow. And so you know this is an old comic book. Okay, guys, so there was my little review of Lobo's #1 first issue. I tried to make it as quickly as possible and show you guys how awesome Lobo is. Now it's time to do a pop review. And the reason why I'm doing a double review is because I wanted to make the Lobo first issue quick, and also I wanted to incorporate a pop into it as well. And a pop with pop figures, they're not really that articulated, so there's not really much to show you other than to show you some of the details up close of this Lobo. And I am liking this guy already. So let's take him out the package, because I've done other pop reviews and I've tried to make him last for about 7 minutes or so, but they never seem to last because this is pretty much all you get right here is this guy. So yeah, I really, really love the detail of this Lobo, man. They did an amazing job. His hair, look at his hair, man. Look at this hair. It kind of looks like Sonic the Hedgehog. Amazing detail. I can't believe I'm saying amazing detail on a pop figure. And there on his back right there. Bite me, fanboy. Ha, that's pretty cool. Bite me, fanboy. And then on his glove, looks like a glove and maybe some blood on his gun, on his weapon. There's his signature necklace and vest. Blood splattered all over his Funko face. His head does move. That's pretty much all you're going to get from this Funko Lobo. And he has his famous hook right there as well. Blood on his shoes, sneakers, pants. He's got the skull knee pads right there. The chain. The skull belt buckle. Very, very nice Lobo, man. I have to admit they did an amazing, amazing job. If you guys are fans of Lobo, I definitely suggest picking this guy up. And if you guys are fans of Lobo, you should own the very first comic. 99 cents, man. Look at that. 99 cents when it first came out. It's not 99 cents today, but other than that, they did an amazing job with this Funko. And this Funko came out, let's see, this is number 231. Number 231, and the year in which it came out in, they don't even put a year on here, man. Lobo, collect them all. Looking for a year for this Lobo, but that's one thing about Funko, man. A lot of these Funko boxes, I've done other Funko reviews, but they never put the year on here, which sucks, man. Yeah, I can never find the year in which this was manufactured. That's crazy, man. That Funko never puts the year on it, on their boxes. Like, that's like the third Funko Pop that I reviewed, and there's no year on it. Really, really awesome Lobo Funko Pop, guys. Really, really awesome comic book. I suggest picking both of these figures up. I recommend them both. Lobo is a classic. It's a 10 out of 10. Awesome read. And this Funko Pop, I'm going to measure him, and I'll give you my rating of the Funko Pop. Let me bring my camera down a little bit, being that he is a short little fella. So this Funko Pop stands about 4.5 inches tall. I am a Lobo fan, guys. If you love Lobo, I definitely think you should pick this guy up, because there's not too many Lobo action figures out there, cool action figures out there. And to have a Funko Lobo, it's actually just fun saying that. Funko Lobo is awesome thing to have. And I definitely, out of a Funko figure, I'm just basing this off a Funko figure. I'm not basing it on an action figure. I guess you can call him an action figure, but overall, the detail for this little guy, I'm going to give him a solid 8. I really, really like this Lobo, man. I love the hair. I love the jeans, the knee pads, the boots, the hook, the blood, splattered blood, the cigar in his mouth. He's a really, really awesome man. I highly recommend this piece. So, guys, tell me what you think of this lackluster review of the Lobo comic book first issue. I did the best I could, guys, as trying to explain the story. If you guys like the artwork, and if you guys like Lobo, you definitely should pick up the first issue. If you're a fan of Lobo, you guys definitely should own Lobo. Also, I definitely recommend this Funko Pop. Really, really awesome. I love the red eyes, and he matches up really, really well. The sideburns as well. I forgot to mention the sideburns match up. His mustache, signature mustache, kind of looks like an alien Irishman from hell. So, guys, there was my little review. Tell me what you guys think of this figure, this Funko Pop, this comic book. Do you guys own either, or? And we'll go ahead and leave it at that, guys. Tell me what you guys think of this double review. My first kind of double review. I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm trying to do a little bit something different, trying to mix it up a little bit. So, guys, if you like this double review, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you want to receive more cool, awesome reviews like this. And there you guys have it. There was my little review, get it, little review of Lobo Funko Pop and Lobo #1. I just want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye!